not a good Christian. Actually, we met him before. Christian of Pisek? I don't remember where we met him, though. I want to say he's one of our friends. Conference Chris, what's going on? Do some Middle Ages Minecraft?
I apologize.
Where? In the mines? I can't do that. I don't have a pickaxe. I don't think this game's made out of voxels. Alright, where is Pebbles? Oh, there you are. Alright, so what's the easiest way to get there? Huh. We kind of have to go here. And then we'll take the road right before it up to this road here. Good news is said YouTuber is at least loyal to Pebbles. Hell yeah. Pebbles is the best. If anybody ever gets rid of Pebbles, they're definitely going to hell. Oh, what? Pebbles, where are you going? I like that somebody was just moving their herd of cows, although I don't know who it is because I don't see anybody there. Who is this girl? Is that your herd? You're a refugee? From where? Alright. I don't want to run these people over. Good lord, man. Watch where you're going. Apparently you can get a good Pebbles perk or something by running around with Pebbles for a certain distance. Hey! No fast travel either. Is this YouTuber you're talking about? Is that me? Yeah, so you definitely can get, there is a perk for Pebbles. It is called what's it called? It's called Good Old Pebbles. Pebbles is your loyal companion you were gifted for saving Lord Capon in Ratai and has been your inseparable companion ever since. You have not heeded the taunts that she excels at nothing, and you've seen good and bad times intersettle. You have forged a strong bond that nothing can break, and your friendship has awakened in Pebbles the strength and fitness that had long and deeply slumbered within. Now she can boldly compete with the best horses in noble company. Oh yeah, I got that perk long time ago. Alright, I want to make sure we make the right turns here. So we just follow this road this way. And then this is the path I want to take. Yes, Pebbles is the best horse. Do not abandon Pebbles for some horse that may look all nice and shiny and new. No, stick with Pebbles. You'll be fine.
Go! God!
Ooh, look at that sunset. That's very pretty.
Quick!
Oh,
Whoa!
it's this guy again. I love this guy, but he's a moron.
Henry, mate, it's me.
Do I know you?
Of course you do. Come here and let's have a chat.
I'm here, bro.
Henry, my friend, we meet again. This can't be a coincidence.
Greetings, Bolek. How's your search for the Grail going? Did you pick up any clues at the monastery?
Not much. I took your advice and tried to get in there as a novice, but it all fell apart.
How so?
It went well at first. I got hold of this habit and I completed the first task. Getting rid of my possessions,
Oh no.
hand them out to the poor and all that. That was easy. But then came the hard part. I sort of lied to them about being able to read and write, and then they wanted me to prove it. Well, to cut a long story short, I didn't have a chance to mention the Grail before the guards chased me to the city gate. They said I'd desecrated hallowed ground.
You didn't give away all of your belongings, did you?
Hey, Bolek. You didn't really give away all your belongings, did you?
No, I'm not an idiot. I buried my stuff in the woods. Even drew a map.
Oh no.
That's good. I was afraid you had nothing but that habit now.
He totally forgot where they
Well-
were.
There's a catch. I was worried I'd be stuck in the monastery for a good while. So I had a little celebration the night before. And I must have
Yep.
lost the map somewhere. This habit doesn't have pockets.
Bro.
And I can't figure out where I put it.
How did this guy make it in life? You really are an idiot. No, no, no. What can you do, eh? We want to keep this guy on our good side.
Well,
Sigismund must
what can you
fall.
do, eh?
Yeah.
Possessions are only a burden anyway.
I mean,
at least you can start
From
with a
history,
clean
we know he
slate.
doesn't.
That's
but
true. I didn't have much of anything anyway. So it's no great loss. It's just, I had a locket. I'm a little sorry to lose that.
Was it expensive? Gold.
I
Can
don't
you go
think it was
find Bollock's
expensive.
locket?
But it was given to me by my wife. When she finds out I'd lost it, she'll take a broom to me.
How long have you been away from your family?
And how long have you been away from your family?
Bollock only
Well,
makes it because of
Must
Henry?
have been 5 years, I think.
Oh, damn.
My Rosalie must really be looking forward to seeing me by now.
Look, are you sure she's still waiting for you?
It's a good
5
question.
years is quite a while, isn't it?
Of course I am. I made sure not to leave her alone, so she wouldn't feel sad. We have a child, and my brother lives next door.
Oh,
He
no.
promised he'd look in on her from time to time, so I don't have to worry on
Oh,
that score.
no.
When I come back with the Grail, she'll be waiting for me with open arms.
Right.
Papa Pill, what's going
You
on,
say
bud?
so. So, what are you planning?
This guy's
Is
so
your quest
dumb.
at an end?
Not yet. I just need a lead. I feel like I'm so close to the
Oh,
Grail I
Poppy,
could reach
she
out and grasp
absolutely
it.
is
I
doing
might
the
try
brother.
asking the millers again. Or maybe get a monk so drunk he'll clue me in. We'll see what path the Lord plots for me.
Well, good luck to you, my friend.
Thanks. And like I promised, if I ever find the Grail, I'll seek you out and we'll drink together to the eternal glory of our Lord.
5 years. What's your brother? Hope all is well, homie. Ah, what a dummy. I mean, she doesn't have to go to jail for adultery. She can claim that she thought he was dead. I'm pretty sure that'll pass muster, right?
Whoa!
What is that? Where am I? That's the path I want to take. But this isn't really... What is this? It's just an old village? Hamlet? Very strange. This way? Oh, okay, oh. What is all this? Yeah, I don't think anyone lives here now. There's definitely nobody there. What is this here?
Ah, what a diabolical stench. Is that
What?
coming from the...
What is this? I didn't expect a cutscene.
Jesus. What a diabolical stink.
Oh no, the miasma's gonna get me. Poppy, I didn't do anything. I was just looking. Uh-oh. I didn't get Henry killed. He's still breathing. He's groaning and stuff. That means he's still alive. Unless this is like a zombie night. The mouth of hell? Oh, what is going on?
What the... Where am I? And where did all my things go?
What? What the hell?
Jesus. What the fuck is going on here?
I don't like this. This reminds me of like some horror games where like you get taken by like the feral people tribe. I don't like this at all. I don't like scary stuff. I can go this way. No, I can't see over here. Can I take the torch? No. What in the world? Tapeworm, what's going on, dude? I don't like this. I don't like this. Oh my god, I literally have nothing. What the heck? Can I go this way? I can't go that way. There was a torch on the barrel? Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. Okay. Torch. Okay. What is here? Weak savior schnapps. Okay. I'm gonna take that right now. And there's nothing that way. Okay, I'll take the sword. Let me equip that. I don't like all this. How about some lockpicks would be nice. Can we get some of those? Here? Ooh, there we go. Okay. Is my stuff here? Good thing I'm really good at lockpicking. Alright, I guess I'll take all of that. I'll go here. Knight's contract. Okay, what is this about?
The knight's been guarding this place against demons. It's written here that someone is supposed to come and take his place. But who?
The Honorable Sir Taras Mura swears a knight's oath to guard the pit of hell in the mines of Old Kutna and is not to leave the mines while his service lasts. The oath will only be rescinded by another knight who will shoulder the burden of repentance and arrive at the mines and become a new guard by his own oath. Such a knight will then, under the same conditions, be the new guard of hell, and the previous guardian will again see heaven and the love of God, and all his sins will be forgiven in the sight of the Lord. The knight's service is rewarded with food and water, delivered every month to the shaft by the locals. So undertakes the parish priest Richard from Old Kunta. The oath is sealed by the humble servant of God, Father Richard, and Knight Taras Mura, the first guardian of the pit of hell. Damn. Okay. Let's make sure we're prepared for combat, wherever, whenever it may be. At least the barrel had savior snaps. Could have been a lady's dress and a pot of lard. You're so right about that.
I am the shield of God, demon. I am Taras.
Okay. Let's see if we can find my stuff first. There was some paths down this way I had not explored. So that's where I got the schnapps. Yeah, Taras might need God. You're right about that. Is that where I came from? Maybe this is where I came from. Okay. Knight's Notes 3?
What's this? Did the knight write this?
This is so creepy.
Taras Mura. What in God's name happened here?
I can't sleep. The inferno attacks whenever I close my eyes. A childbearing woman clothed in the sun, her fetus eaten by dragons. Fire and blood is in the walls, voices all around. They reproach me with their death. I killed them all and then descended into darkness. The snow blows again in the shafts. I can't sleep. The devil is coming, and behind him is death. Holy shit.
Shit. There's no way through.
Okay. More savior schnapps. That's good. Okay, a little shrine. Nothing there. So that's obviously not where I started. Did I start? I think I started down here. Yes. Right? Yeah. Okay. Ugh, it's so creepy. I don't like it. So we're back here. Is there anything in here for me to take? No. Alright, we only got one way to go. Ooh, a work axe, okay. Take that. Take the lockpick and the bandages. I'll stick with the, oh god, what is that? I'm gonna stick with the hunting sword. I'm much better with that than I am the axes. Okay.
Body Satana! Inventor et magnificum fallaciae. Hostus humane salutis. Here I am.
I don't want to fight him.
They're everywhere! Demons and devils! I have to get them!
What the hell? And go this way. Is my stuff over here? Does this loop around and I'm gonna come up on this guy without knowing it? Oh god. I hope that's just rust. I hear him behind me. Okay. And my stuff should be over here then. Okay. I am kind of lost.
Ugh,
All right, cool.
everything's here.
I got my
Right.
stuff back. All right, nothing there. It's down this way. I don't feel so scared now that I have all my stuff. All right, what do we got here? There we go.
More entries. Also written by the knight?
Do we have time to read them? Knight's Notes 4. What happened to 1 and 2?
Christ. He went completely mad.
In the darkness I hear weeping and gnashing of teeth. I can't hold them in much longer. The voices of demons scratch at my soul like swords at my helmet. I can't take off my armor. I'm never safe. Lord, protect me. They're everywhere. I can smell their burnt flesh again. I don't want to become one of them. The demons of hell are always calling my name. It sounds like the trumpet of the last judgment.
Abincidis diaboli liberanos Lord.
Uh-oh.
Benedictus Deus, gloria patri. Terribilis Deus, de sanctuario suo.
Knight Taras Mura,
Oh, good. We can save him.
according to the contract with Father Richard, I have come to relieve you of your duty.
What? After all these years?
Oh,
God in
I'm
heaven.
kind of glad we didn't have
Is
to
it
kill him.
true?
What's this service about?
I just need to know more.
I'm the one who guards the pit of hell. The final shield between it and the world above. My watch is over, now that you're here.
How long have you been here?
How long have you been guarding this mine?
A long time. For many more winters than was agreed. He betrayed me!
Who?
5 years? Or was it 4? Time passes so strangely in the dark. You'll see that for yourself.
Okay, why are you doing this?
What led you to accept such a task?
I committed terrible deeds.
Oh.
So terrible my soul would surely sink down to hell. Standing up against hell was the only way to cleanse myself. The priest promised me as much. Father Richard from Old Kutna.
Oh no, is this guy gonna get out and kill him?
But I still need your oath. Have you come to relieve me?
Yes, I'll take over from you.
Yes. My name is Henry of Skalitz, and I've come to take your burden upon myself. Exactly as it's written in the contract. Let's formalize our agreement outside, under the open heavens. Under the eye of God.
I'm not done exploring down here, though.
You're right. We'll handle everything under his gaze. Let's go out. You first, Henry of Skalitz. Up the ladder. Until the oath is made, I can't leave you down here alone with the pit of hell.
This is so creepy. I can't imagine there's anything good down there, though. Oh, what the heck is going on here?
All right. Let's not get hasty now. I can explain everything.
Lord have mercy.
What's going on here?
That's it! That's the beast!
Who are
Huh?
you? Are you the ones who killed the cattle in Old Kutna? Speak!
What? What?
No! You've got it all wrong. I don't know what's gone on between you lot, but when I fell down into that mine, I ran into Sir Taras here. Sir Taras signed a contract with Father Richard. He was meant to guard the gateway to hell and receive regular supplies from the locals in return. He had me confused with a demon, but we managed to clear everything up in the end. I've got the contract here. See for yourself.
A contract? Well, I was sure all of this was mere heathen idolatry.
Father Richard never said nothing about a contract to no one. All he said was to provide food to keep the pit of hell quiet.
Maybe Father Richard
What?
feared you wouldn't listen otherwise. None of this, however, rights the wrongs committed by Sir Taras. Or are you looking to pardon him for slaying the cattle?
I have no need for pardons from you. I've spent years in the dark protecting you, ingrates. Meanwhile, you lot broke the promise.
Oh no.
Forgot about me. You'll pay for that!
Uh-oh. Hold on. Oh god. Ooh. Everyone made mistakes, but no one meant any harm.
Everyone calm down. The only crime committed here is ignorance. Apart from Father Richard and Sir Taras, no one knew of the contract. And when Father Richard died, Sir Taras was left on his own with his oath. He was kept alive by nothing but superstition and the offerings you brought to pacify hell. And when the offerings stopped, Sir Taras thought you betrayed him. And so he sought his revenge.
I had no idea.
Like I said, only ignorance is to blame. But now everything has been explained. So there's no reason to seek revenge or continue your investigation.
I won't settle for that.
Uh-oh.
Fall to your knees and beg for forgiveness! I want to hear it with my own ears. You owe me that much for all the years I spent down there.
An apology? After you slaughtered our cattle?
Quiet, Vladimir. Sir Taras is right. He deserves our apology. Sir Taras, on behalf of the entire village, we ask for your forgiveness and thank you for the sacrifice you made for us. Your services are no longer needed. I'll have the mine filled in.
No.
And you'll receive all that you require. A horse, food, and supplies for the road.
So, I'm finally free. I fulfilled my oath and cleansed my soul before the eyes of God.
It's true, Sir Taras. Your sins have been washed away by your service.
Oh, thank you.
And you,
Poor guy.
stranger, surely it was God's intervention that you became involved. We offer you our thanks. Now go with God, no matter where your path takes you.
And you have my thanks, too.
My pleasure. If I ever get a chance to tell this tale, nobody's going to believe me.
I'll put in a good word for you to the other priests in the region.
475 groschen.
Rosnata of Rabosh could both teach you something.
Thanks.
Okay, hold on. Don't go anywhere. Oh, no, he can
Will
go.
we meet again?
All right, so can we go back down and explore some more? I'm looking for all the loot. Last time I did this, though, didn't work out so hot. Okay. Go this way. So that's where I got all my gear from. Definitely want the Groschen and the Armorer's kit. Take that and that. Knight's Notes 1. Okay. Let me see if we can find 2. She came from this way. It's a hammer. And that's just a hole. Nothing there. Nothing there. I think it's just the one piece that I need, I think. Knight's Notes 2, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, nothing there. Maybe it's down the ladders? Oh, hold on. I don't remember this. Oh, I've been here. Okay. Okay. I think we have to go down. Is there a way down from here, though? If I jump down there, I don't think there's a way back up. Not from there anyway. Where the heck could this note be? Ah, here? Alright, so that's where... That's where we found the first note. And that was 5? Was it this one here? There it is. I found it. I found it. Alright. Let's read these things in order. Knight's Notes 1. I, Terrace Mura, a servant of God, bound by covenant, guard the pit of hell in the mines of old Kudna. In the endless darkness, let this record serve me as a proof of the days spent here in the service of God. I am cold. I had to dismantle some of the scaffolding to get firewood. It's always cold in the mines, but there's a freezing draft coming from the shaft where I get my food now. Soon the first snow will come since I descended into the mines. My ministry shouldn't last much longer. I've armed the passages of the pit with crosses, and God is with me. The stench pouring from the pit leaves no doubt of the presence of hell. I remain your humble servant, Lord, and beg for mercy for my sins. I, Terrace Mura, am the shield of God. Right. 3, we have read. I can't sleep. The inferno attacks whenever I close my eyes. A childbearing woman clothed in the sun. Her fetus eaten by dragons. Fire and blood is in the walls. Voices all around. They reproach me with their death. I killed them all and then descended into darkness. The snow blows again in the shafts. I can't sleep. The devil is coming and behind him is death. In the darkness, I hear weeping and gnashing of teeth. I can't hold them in much longer. The voices of demons scratch at my soul like swords at my helmet. I can't take off my armor. I'm never safe. Lord, protect me. They're everywhere. I can smell their burnt flesh again. I don't want to become one of them. The demons of hell are always calling my name. It sounds like the trumpet of the last judgment. Son of a bitch. That dude really lost it. What is this love poem? Oh, we've read this. Oh wait, what is this? How many miles you've wandered at such a grueling pace. Rest your feet, dear maiden. Sit here upon my face. Leave me gasping for breath. Torture and torment me. I shall drown in your lap and drink aplenty. Let me lap the drops of dew that trickle down your leg. Kindly sit, dear maiden. Do not make me beg. How many miles you've traveled, and pray thee stop and stand, as upright and as cheerful as my little man. Oh boy. Wow. Okay. Well, let's read these real quick. Just fly through these ones because we don't have to study them. There we go. Down in a minute, time to read all my books. yeah, hold on. I'm in a mine. I have to let me read my books real quick. We do have a point in scholarship. So I think I don't need this because I'm max level in Houndsmaster and Horsemanship, so I'll take this one. As long as you remain still, your energy and nourishment will reduce much more slowly. There we go. That is 28 scholarship. Nice. Alright, how the hell do we get out of here? Also, we get ads in like 5 seconds. Alright, as soon as the ads play, I will go on break and see you in a little bit. Which way is out? This way? This is a way out. Oh, here we go, maybe. Yes. One more. Oh, those birds scared the hell out of me. Okay. I will see you after the ads. So, I was thinking about it during the break. I really, really, really like this game. Obviously, I'm over 140 hours in it. If there's one thing that I could be critical of in this game is that some of these side quests just don't nearly go deep enough. We had the one where we had to figure out the murders of those girls. That was really good. It was very deep. It went really, really into it. Like, we had to go talk to a bunch of people. We had to find the 2 girls that were missing, but, you know, only presumed dead. We had to find them. We had to go back and talk with Catherine and Lumia, who should have been dressed in yellow. Let's just be honest. Oh, Lumiere, sorry. And then we had to get into the guy's house and figure out what was going on there. That was really good. But like this quest here, and there was another example. Oh, the Dragon's Lair thing with the dragon bones, and some of the other side quests that didn't really go anywhere. Like, oh, with who was the guy? Sir Posey? Posey, something like that. Him and his brother. That was just like 2 steps and it was over. I really, really think they should have gone much, much deeper with a lot of these side quests. Even if it was the expense even if it was at the expense of not having as many side quests, I think they should have gone deeper. Like, you know, yeah, definitely. I could have done 10 more quests with Sir Jan Posey and his brother. This one here, I think they really should have leaned into like the horror thriller aspect of it, had that go on a little longer. Actually make the guy like a little bit dangerous. I think it would have been much, much more fulfilling than, you know, go get my stuff and then read the guy the contract and convince him. Or I could have done it the other way and just killed him and it would have been over anyway. So I don't know what it is, but some of these side quests, a lot of the side quests, they seem to have gone wider first, deeper second, when they should have gone deeper first, wider second. I think so far that's really my only complaint. The side quests have so much potential and they just kind of missed it. Yeah, this one, I'm right there with you, Tapeworm. This one took you by surprise, not expecting a horror mission. Well done, but could have gone longer. Yes, exactly. Yep. I would have liked to have seen more depth from it. It was in the very beginning of it. It was really well done. I was getting major creeps out of it. I wish it went on for a little bit longer. Like maybe have an aspect of it where like you have to like hide from him. Am I going the right way? I think I am.
Quick! Quick! Quick!
Oh yeah, I am. Okay. All right, where is this Christian Pisak?
Whoa! Whoa!
Hold on, can we pray at this shrine right here? I think we can. No, we can't. It's not an actual one. You didn't find your gear until after you talked to him? The fear went on for longer for you? Maybe I just maybe I lucked out and I did everything fairly quickly, almost maybe too quickly. But I think if there's that possibility, they should have had a bit more written into the story, or at least some more mechanics, or had the guy's AI be a little more tricky to get around. Because basically after the first couple times we saw him, he went up to the next level. We were just free to explore, like the lower level, all we wanted. Is this the guy? This is him.
You're a Christian of Pisak?
I am. What do you need?
Kunzlin Ruthard sent me about Via Argentum.
I see. But I'm afraid I don't have good news for Sir Kunzling. I haven't made much progress regarding the matter we discussed. I just don't have the time to investigate. I'm always needed somewhere, and there's always someone following me around.
Okay. Have you learned anything yet?
Have you found out anything at all?
Just rumors. And those are useless. What's your name?
Henry.
All right. Listen up, Henry. Nobody can know I'm looking into it. It's a very dangerous game. If Sir Kunzling trusts you, you could help me in my investigation.
Yes.
That's actually why I'm here.
Excellent. Excellent. You don't happen to come from a family of miners or smelters, do you?
My father was a blacksmith. Oh, I know about mining from Skalitz.
I'm from Skalitz, so I know a little bit about mining.
A bit.
My word. You didn't work in the mines, did you?
I visited the mine once, but not to dig.
So I expect you don't know much. Well, no matter. I'll be happy to tell you everything you need to know. Now, follow me, please. We need to talk somewhere in private.
Yes. Private. Talking privately about privates. I guess this is private?
Where should I start looking?
Straight to the point. I like that. We know for a fact the silver must be getting lost somewhere on its way to the mint. That means it would be best to discreetly inspect all operations and find out where the problem is. First of all, you should ask miners from every shift how many corvs they mine in a day. After that, we'll compare the numbers to the mine record books and see.
But the yields aren't the same every day, right?
True. That's why we have to focus on one particular day. For example, the other day, on the Feast of St. Petronilla, Foreman Fett was beaming and bragging to me about how much it held. I mean, mined out.
Okay. Couldn't I just ask Fett?
Couldn't I just ask Fett?
Fett's job is to count the corvs and write the amount down in the mine book. He won't tell you any other number. We're interested in what the miners themselves have to say.
Okay.
They've no reason to hide anything. Nevertheless, the miners are a strange bunch. They might not be very forthcoming at first, and they have an odd way of speaking. Like calling each other Sonny, however old they are. But you'll hear for yourself.
We heard it from the guy in Gutenberg.
And maybe they'll open up to you. You could be a scholar writing a treatise on silver mining. Or perhaps a nobleman interested in buying a mine. Or just say I'm your distant uncle who's initiating you into the ins and outs of my job. It's up to you.
Okay. I'll be an inquisitive scholar. No, I will be a rich nobleman.
I'll behave like a true nobleman.
Suit yourself. Just don't change your story so you don't arouse suspicion. But to the point, each day 3 shifts work in the shaft. Each has its foreman, or gaffer, as they say. The first shift is led by Frank, the second by Paul, and the third by Samko. You'll have to ask each one of them how many corvs they mined. Samko's hewers should be off work now. You'll find the other 2 shifts in the mine. Take this, so the guards will let you in. It's a letter of safe conduct bearing my seal, allowing you free movement within the mine.
Nice.
What are you going to do?
I'll return to the estate to do my job. What else? I reckon they must be wondering where I am by now. Once you find out how many corves the 3 shifts mined on the Feast of St. Petronilla, return to me. We'll compare that number to the entry in the mine book. And don't forget, don't draw attention.
Can I draw other things? About the silver. Who owns the silver?
Who owns the silver that's mined here?
All the silver in the Kingdom of Bohemia belongs to the king, whether it's above ground or still below it. Though I'm sure you understand, the king has a lot on his mind, and he can't be expected to worry about mining. So he leases out the mining rights to his tenants. It's called the Burgergau. There's a lot of money in it. The tenants have to pay the king, and the king also receives a share of the pure silver from the smelting works. That's the royal tithe.
Okay. What is the path of silver?
What is this path of silver, anyway?
It's the whole process, from digging the silver ore out of the ground and processing it, to minting silver coins. Silver is found in ore veins underground. The pitmen mine it and get it to the surface. The chief foreman of a gallery counts the corves, and the assayer estimates the purchase price of the ore for the smelter. The raw ore goes to the smelter, where it's crushed in a stamp mill before it can be purified by roasting. Roasted ore goes to the furnaces, where it's smelted into raw and then pure silver. Silver is then cast into rods about as thick as your little finger.
Okay. It's not a lot. Can any silver get lost? I'm sure they have loss from
Can
production.
any silver get lost?
It can. And unfortunately, it does happen. It may be a capital offence, but even that won't deter everyone. Most often, a pitman tries to smuggle pieces of ore under his clothes. It doesn't end well. Nevertheless, the entire path of the silver, from the ore beneath the ground to minted coins, is closely guarded. Every step is recorded in the books, so if someone is stealing large quantities, they must have it pretty damn well figured out.
That's fair. Who checks the royal share?
Who checks the royal share?
The royal mint master and his subordinates are responsible for collecting the royal share. That also means me and the shaft foreman. That is why every step of the path of silver is monitored and recorded, starting with how much ore is mined. The smelting works owners don't have to be monitored as closely, since they buy the ore from us. It's in their best interest to get the highest possible yield after deducting the royal share.
Okay, and who makes money from it?
Who makes money from all this?
The thing is, everyone does. Pitmen get paid for mining in the shaft. Mine operators get paid for raw ore. The smelters then smelt everything, sell the pure silver, and deduct the raw tithe. The silver rubs off on the hands of anyone who even touches it. But there's still enough left over for the king.
Okay. About the mines. Who owns the mines?
Who owns the mines?
The king grants mining rights to his loyal subjects, and these leaseholders can rent out their privileges to other people. All sorts of people operate mines in Kuttenberg. Nobility, rich burghers, even the monastery. In fact, anyone with enough money to pay for new shafts to be dug can share in the proceeds.
Okay, who's responsible for them?
Who's responsible for the mines?
The mines and the mint are supervised directly by the royal mint master, Ulrich Vervark von Neuhaus. As the steward, I'm his direct subordinate. I oversee that everything runs smoothly on his behalf. Then come the chief foreman, then the other foreman, and finally the ordinary pitmen in the shafts. But I don't come in contact with them very often. We follow the path of silver until the moment an ore merchant buys the ore from us and takes it to a smelter.
Okay, and how much do the mines pay to the king?
How much do the mines pay to the king?
That depends on whether it's a royal mine or a mine in the hands of a mining guild, meaning the leaseholders.
I thought all mines were owned by the king.
That's right. But it's much more profitable for the king to grant mining rights to rich mine operators. They bear the cost of mining themselves and pay him a share. The king receives one-third of the profits from his own mines, but only 1/5 from the leaseholders. That's how he gets what's his from all the mining.
What about the other 2/3 of the profits from the king's mines?
Those go towards the costs, of course, for operations, wages, and shaft security.
Okay. It's pretty good for the king. About the smelting works. Who's responsible for smelting?
Who's responsible for the smelting works?
They have their own owners. They buy ore from us and smelt it into pure silver. Then they deduct the royal tithe and they can sell the rest. And not just silver. Processing the ore yields a variety of other materials that can be sold just as well.
Okay. What happens in the smelting works?
What happens in the smelting works?
Each smelting shop has a stamp mill, a roasting pit, and a smelting furnace. The stamp mill is used to crush the ore into smaller pieces to make it easier to process. After that, the crushed ore is roasted in a roasting pit to remove most of the impurities. Finally, everything is smelted in a furnace to separate the pure silver from the slag.
Okay. Is it processed like steel?
So it's processed similarly to steel for smithing?
Yes, but in steelmaking, you don't have to weigh and record every step thrice.
Okay. About the mint. How are groschen made?
How are groschen made from the silver?
The royal share from the smelting works goes to the mint in the Italian court. There, the coiners hammer it out into silver sheets for cutting the coin blanks. Then, in the Italian court's preghouse, our minters cut out and punch new groschen.
Okay. How many mints are there?
How many mints are there in total?
Only the main one is left, the one in the Italian court. There used to be more of them throughout the kingdom, but King Wenceslas II united them all. It was he who contributed the most to the rise of the Prague groschen and the wealth of this region. And of course, his own wealth too.
That might be the first thing this game has said about Wenceslas that was really positive from his reign. Okay. I know your brother Peter.
By the way, I've had the honour of meeting your brother, Peter.
Well, well. Small world.
That was the first good thing he did.
Even though we had some disagreements, I respect him for everything he succeeded in doing. If it weren't for him,
oh,
I'd
that's
never
who
have
this
been able
guy
to do
is.
what I do.
Okay. Okay. All right. So we have to... Who do we have to go talk to? One of these guys down here. Oh, hold on. We should change into our fancy noble clothes. And maybe find somewhere to wash. Is there a washing trough in here somewhere? This one right here. Okay. All right, that's probably as best as we're gonna get. Can we talk to this guy?
I wish you a pleasant morning.
Thanks. Ooh, repair.
Would you repair a few things for me?
Yes, I need all my stuff repaired. There. How much is that going to be? It's going to be almost 1,000? Not paying that much.
Discuss the price.
Very well.
950? No. How about 700?
Satisfied?
That's not enough.
710.
Aye, you'll convince me with that price.
Word.
Excellent.
Okay, cool.
It was a pleasure doing business with you, sir.
I think that's all of my stuff is good to go now. No, I don't want to do any of that. None of that. Cobbler's kit, we can do that here. I'll do these also. So I might want to end up using those. I'll fix these. All right, that should be all of our gear is fixed now. Okay. Okay. Yes, it is. You stuck with Henry's canon loyalty to Wenceslas, but you swear Sigismund seems like a better option for the good of all. Are you talking about just the game, or are you throwing like actual history in there with that? This is one of the guys we need to talk to, right? The game, you don't know enough of the actual history? Okay, yeah. So... I think on that front, it's hard to separate actual... Oh my god, Mutt, chill. It's a little hard to separate the actual history from the game, because while we're following Henry's story, the usurpation by Sigismund from Wenceslas. It's kind of only lightly touched in the game. I mean, it's the catalyst for the events of Kingdom Come Deliverance, but they really haven't gotten into the weeds of it all that much, other than like just Henry being a fan of Wenceslas because he comes from Radzig's, domain, and Radzig was basically Wenceslas's right-hand man and all that kind of thing. So we don't really know much of the differences in the ruling styles of Sigismund and Wenceslas from the game, other than Sigismund. Well, I mean, there are things that allude to Sigismund being a much better ruler based on the state of his supporters and their little ruling areas and how well they're doing, but we don't have anything to really compare it to for Wenceslas's side. But if you want to speak historically, Wenceslas wasn't a bad ruler. He was actually very capable, and he was very smart. He just early in his reign, he just ignored all of his royal duties. So, I mean, that's one of the reasons Sigismund kind of did this whole thing, was because Wenceslas wasn't doing it. Near the end of the conflict, Wenceslas was actually doing really well, and he ends up not being the king of the Holy Roman Empire, but he does get his own reign of a smaller piece of it, and Sigismund ends up being king of the Holy Roman Empire. But by the time he really is, it's not really the Holy Roman Empire anymore. It's more of what you would think of Prussia. It's much closer to that than it is to the Holy Roman Empire. So it's kind of here and there and all over the place. So it's hard to take an actual side based on the evidence you're given in game. But yeah. But we're gonna take care of this main quest. It was all falling apart by then. Was it? I don't think it was falling apart. So the game did just tell us that Wenceslas basically built the Czech groschen into how much power it actually had behind it economically, which is great. But so Prague and Bohemia being kind of the center of the medieval European world, that was all Charles IV. And Sigismund and Wenceslas and their other brothers were kind of reaping the benefits of that. But Sigismund as a ruler was probably much better to rule the entire thing, just because he was damn good. So he was already king of Hungary. He already had, I think he had Moravia also. But by the time he took over Bohemia and the rest of the Holy Roman Empire, I don't think there's anything that Wenceslas could have done better. I think Sigismund overall would have been the better choice anyway. Just because Sigismund was a lot more ambitious than Wenceslas. And I don't know if I would say that the Holy Roman Empire was falling apart by then, unless you mean, well, okay, no, I understand what you're saying now. Yeah, by this time, the Holy Roman Empire, as thought of as the Holy Roman Empire, was kind of like a shadow of itself. Yeah. But we're gonna continue this tomorrow. I gotta go. It is bedtime for me. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. If you haven't yet, please give me a follow. Subscribe if you care to. Make sure you go check out my YouTube. You can do !YouTube or !socials for all the links to my social media. Go subscribe to my YouTube. Big KCD1 playthrough over there if you're enjoying KCD2. Lots of hours in KCD2 up there too. Don't forget exclamation point YDS for an explanation of what year of the Dark Soul is, and exclamation point DS1 builds if you want to suggest a build in the Discord channel for if you want to see me play something. I know a lot about Dark Souls. I've never really played it before, but I love watching the YouTube lore videos. I can't get enough of them. They're amazing. I don't know what kind of build I want to play. I really don't. There's so many good ones, I can't make a decision. So if there is something you want to see me play, or a build you want to have me take inspiration from, I am all ears. Go post it over on the Discord. Exclamation point Discord to join that if you want to join the Group W bench. Appreciate it, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Take care. Goodbye.